The Model 1887. Some love it, many hate it, as they are the receiving end of this powerful weapon. After many of the medium class's weapons have been nerfed, such as the AKM or the FCAR or even the CL40, they turned to this hidden gem that soon became the meta. It was so strong that the devs decided to nerf it. Now we gotta ask, how does it hold up after the nerf? And what are some tips to maximize its effectiveness? Let's take a look. Since closed beta 1, which I believe started around March of 2023 to now, the Model 1887 has remained untouched in any of the patches that came out. So this is the first and only balancing patch that the weapon has received. So the question we gotta ask is, was there really a problem? Because after the medium class ARs got nerfed, such as the AKM, the FCAR, you had the CL40 nerf, the model was not a problem during the betas. And it wasn't a problem until all that happened. And it wasn't a problem until the lights started crying about something that was stopping them from dominating the servers with their broken weapons. Now, I do think that the model did need some balancing or rework just to make it less oppressive, and that came out in the 4.5 patch. So in that patch, the nerf that the Model 1887 received was an increase in pellet radius from 0.45 to 0.65, making the weapon less accurate at longer ranges. The devs also increased the outer pellet radius from 1.3 to 1.7, making the weapon less accurate over long ranges. And finally, they decreased the damage fall-off multiplier from 65% to 60%, causing the weapon to do less damage over ranges. So essentially what the devs did is they increased the spread and decreased the damage fall-off, meaning you couldn't hit those long shots because the spread is now wider and you have less pellets hitting a concentrated area. The devs list a note on this stating that one way we investigate the balance of weapons is to look at effectiveness and gameplay. Stats like damage, kill rates, headshot rates, and accuracy, in addition to stats like usage and win rates. Looking at this data alone, the Model 1887 is good, but not exceptional when it comes to effectiveness during gameplay. However, we've seen a large uptick in usage, mostly in high skill tiers, which has led the gun to be very prevalent in matches, and somewhat leading to a stale meta. This nudge to effective range will hopefully disrupt this trend without making the weapon weaker than its nearest competitors when it comes to the effectiveness, such as the AKM, FAMAS, and Pike. Now, I don't have a picture prior to the patch that shows the pellet dispersion pattern, but the crosshair on your screen was made using the prior pattern. So as you can see on the crosshair and the current pellet pattern that is 10 meters away from the wall, that the outer circle of pellets is almost outside the circle crosshair, and the spacing of the inner circle pellets has a lot of spacing as well, and it looked like something that you see on the left side of the screen. Now, prior to the patch, the outer circle of pellets fit within the circle crosshair, and the inner circle of pellets were tighter and looked like what you see on the right screen. Also, I think it is important to look at the style of gun that the model is versus the other shotguns. The barrel and the base skins of the SA-12 and the SH-1900 are way shorter than the model, meaning a wide dispersion pattern would not be accurate to the gun with the longer barrel, as it keeps pellets tighter for longer and would need a longer distance in order to spread out versus the shorter barrel guns. And while this is a video game, the devs went to great lengths to ensure some realism with the gun sounds and mechanics, which is why the model has a tighter pattern versus the other shotties. Now, is the gun still viable after all these nerfs? I still think the gun is viable, but you do lose out on distance. Before, you can hit shots about 20 meters out. Now it's been reduced about 15, maybe 12 meters that you can get full power out of your shots. And it still takes 2 shots to kill a light, 3 shots for a medium, and 3 to 4 shots on a heavy. So the power's still there, it's just not the range. Now here are some tips to best maximize the Model 1887. So we know that the model has a slow fire rate and a slow reload speed, and we need to take this into account for our loadout, as what we pick needs to fill the weakness of the model. Tip 1. Pick an ability that can fill in for the weakness of the model. I think the demon has the best ability to pair with the model due to the fact that you can get in and out of places fast. You can surprise the enemy if they are barricaded in a room, or if you're out of rounds or even losing a gunfight, you can exit fast and close the door behind you and reset with your team, which is very crucial in terms of survivability and trying to push objectives. The next ability really depends on team composition and your role in that group. If you're running medium, if you're running MMM or MMH or even HHM, healing beam may be a better choice if you're using heavy as an entry fragger to open up the fight and you play cleanup. If you're going into a group with MMM and you have 2 healers already, then I think the gun turret will work out as a way to replace one of the healers, since when they're healing, you lose a fighter. So this will help replace that fighter, and a fight that maybe 2-on-1 now comes 2-on-2 because the one is the healer healing you and you're doing all the fighting, and this will help equalize the situation. Tip 2. Make sure you pick a loadout that helps complement not only your playstyle, but increases survivability. Let's say that you like to create chaos, then I would expect you to use a frag nade or explosive mine to toss in the fight, and hopefully they run into it. Goo nade is an excellent choice as well, as it helps create temporary cover for reloads, and also helps put obstacles in front of enemy's path in the event that you need to get away. If movement is your choice, zip, demat, and jump pad are a killer combo that gets you 2 places fast and creates a level of uncertainty in the minds of the opponent as they do not know where you're going to attack. I usually run Grenade to block rooms off and create cover to hide behind. Tip 3 is don't panic in the heat of battle, meaning sometimes we want to get our shots fast to kill the enemy. And as we panic due to reload or misses, it makes us miss even more as we see our health goes down. Just relax and line up that shot. Make the enemy panic more than you. Remember, you just need 2 clean shots for a light, 3 for a medium, and 3 to 4 for a heavy. So when you hit your shots and you just need 1 more shot, they're going to panic a lot more than you're going to panic. Tip number 4, crosshairs matter. Now what do I mean by that? Well, for myself, I had a hard time judging the spread of the shotgun using a dot as a crosshair. So what I did is I went 10 meters from a wall, took a shot, and made a circle crosshair in the settings based upon the outer edge of the pellets. Now this helped me understand the spread a lot better. And with this circle, I know that anyone that was 10 meters away will get the majority of the pellets and maximal damage. And anyone that was past 10 meters, then my shot may not be as strong and it may take up to 6 shots to kill this person, depending on the distance that they are away. And as you can see on your screen, this is what it looks like when you're up against a medium, light, and heavy that are 10 meters away. The more gaps that are in there or more black that you see that's not in the model means that these pellets are probably not going to hit. But the more that you see that circle filled in, that means that more pellets are going to hit. And here's what I'm showing you. Tip number 5, and my last tip, is to get this skin. The reason why I say get this skin is because it's OP. Meaning after you take a shot, the gun will flip, and after it flips, you can shoot again. This is a strong visual cue to let you know that the gun is reloaded. And for myself, I found it personally hard to judge when the gun was reloaded because I'm in a battle, I'm looking, I'm trying to line up my next shot when it's reloaded, and the lack of visual cues was really hard to let me know when it was ready. It's not like a rifle, it's not like a submachine gun. And so this flip, as soon as I see it coming around, I'm already clicking, waiting to shoot. And I know because of that final flip when my shot's gonna be ready. So get this skin, man. I hope you guys like the tips. I do this for fun, so like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of the video. Take care.
Deploy.
What the fuck? Hun?
Strategic plays will really start to take center stage.
team wipe for the shotgun.